Hi, my name is Mike Gardner. I'm an undergrad student in the Petroleum Engineering program. I'm here to show you guys the drilling simulator room and how we're making it accessible to students off campus. We have four main simulators here in the room. We have our offshore simulation where we can drill from a drill ship, a jackup rig, and then it can also do a land rig drilling simulator. We have our coil tubing simulator right here, which is more designed for completions activities after a well is drilled. We then have our wireline simulator. This simulator is good for simulations after a well is drilled to do completion activities also. Then we have our second drilling simulator, and this is for a land rig and would be more similar to something you would see in Wyoming. We have all the controls that we can access in the room and run various simulations. How we're making this room available to students: we set up 6 laptops here so students can remotely access these and run various simulations on these laptops alone. We then also have the ability to let students tie into any monitor here in this room and run different simulations, running, for an example, well control scenario where they actually have to control the choke on one of these screens. We can then actually let the students see a live feed of the room through the cameras in here. So this is the drilling simulator room, and that's a quick rundown on how we're giving students access from off campus.
I'm Leah Hardy. I teach in the UW Department of Art and Art History, and I run the Metalsmithing program, and I'm doing it from home. Not ideal. Mostly I want my students to still be engaged in community and get to see each other on Zoom. So I'm in my home studio, which I'm very lucky to have. I'm doing a lot of teaching from right over here. I've got my computer, I've got a document camera, so we can talk, we can do critiques and check in, and I do a lot of my demonstration work from home.
Hello, my name is Jim Przygocki, and I've been asked to give you a quick tour of my teaching space during this time of online instruction. I still have access to my studio in the Buchanan Center, which I greatly appreciate, and this is where I'm doing most of my teaching from. I have a remote camera that I use, a remote microphone to improve the quality of the sound. I keep a stack of my students' music close at hand. I have also a lot of scans of their music that I can pull up on my computer screen while I'm working with them. And then my beloved Viola close at hand, waiting for me to grab it and demonstrate for my students and provide instruction that way.
Hello UW students and faculty. My name is Marsha Knight, and I am on the faculty in the Department of Theater and Dance. I am in my office in the Buchanan Center during this truly amazing time of adjustment in teaching the arts online. A couple times a week I come in and I do a lot of filming with a pianist who is at that piano, and I stand at our ballet bar over here. That pelvis steady. When that leg leaves, keep the pelvis upright. Falter, stretch, close, disengage, knee back. And turn.
I'm Mark Ritchie. I teach in the art department, and I'm fortunate to have a studio space at home that has a press, although most of the students I'm talking to don't have a press. So I'm adapting what I'm doing to non-press related processes. And so I'm working mainly over here. I have my computer, I'm on line with the students on Zoom, and I set up my phone on a diving board system here so that the students can then see the feed from my studio while we're having conversations.
Hi, my name is Ashley Hope Carlisle, and I'm the professor of sculpture here at the University of Wyoming. People often ask me, how are you teaching sculpture online? And I say pretty easily, actually. What's missing is the tactile opportunity. And so we focus on idea generation and sketching and maquette making, which is smaller versions of something that maybe one day we'll get to build. We can do all the prep work to getting ready to that point when you're in the studio and about to cut the metal and bend it and weld it together. And that's figuring out how much metal you're going to need, what that shape or form might look like, and what you can do with it before you even get to the space where you build it. A lot of times that's the easy part. It's the figuring out beforehand what you're going to make that really needs the most thought. The good thing about being a sculptor is that we're no longer tied to just bronze and wood and stone. We can make art out of pretty much anything and everything around us. I also do taped demos for my students when dealing with materials that I can do here in my own studio at home, which is quite a bit smaller than what we have in the Visual Arts building on campus. But it's still valuable because, again, it's linking materials and processes to what the students will be able to do once they're not students anymore and they're artists in the world. And it's not always what you have, it's what you do with what you have.
Hello, good morning. This is Suresh Muknahallipatna, a professor in Electrical and Computer Engineering department. I teach 2 computing courses, one at a senior level and another one at the graduate level this semester. Both of them I'm teaching at a regular scheduled time because I feel this provides the students a structure in their life, and also they know that they have to join the Zoom sessions exactly at the regular class time. I typically use 3 screens to teach the class. I share 2 screens continuously with my students so they can see the presentations and also the coding which is required for both the classes. And I use a Microsoft Surface as a tablet to write, which I share in and out during the class. I feel this helps the students to be engaged. I also pause my classes every 4 to 5 minutes and give them about 2 minutes to ask me questions. I'm trying to do my level best, and I hope the students are enjoying the class, and I know it's a very difficult time. Thank you.